right after Camp David, President Clinton and Dennis Ross both said that Yasser Arafat deserves 100% of the blame for the failure. Do you think it was that Arafat always wanted the whole loaf of bread rather than to share and have half of the loaf of bread, and he would prefer conflict rather than governing his own people, the Palestinians?
I'm not sure what is the real. You cannot penetrate the soul of another person. My feeling was that he is unready to recognize us, the Jews, not as a religion, but as a nation that has rights for this land. And I kind of draw it from a story that he tell, one of his stories. He used to tell that in the Mughrabi quarter of Jerusalem, that's the area that those of you were the Wailing Wall, the big square in front of the Wailing Wall, where tens of thousands of people can gather, it was called the Mughrabi quarter. And he said, my aunt had a real estate piece, some house there. His aunt had a real estate there. He said, when I was young, I used to see these Jews coming to cry in front of this. It was very narrow kind of alley in front of these walls, and I never criticized them. It's okay. And you ask to say, what the hell brought these metaphors to his mind? It's a way to tell, I know about the Jewish religion, and I know that they were praying. They were praying under all Muslim regimes all over the wider Middle East. But to argue that that's yours, it's not yours, it's almost by the Turkish taboo, it belongs to me. It's my aunt had it as the owner of a property. So I think that the real reason was that the man was not ready to make transformation from the great kind of guerrilla leader or whatever. He always compared himself to two people, to Mao and Mandela. And he used to tell me, I'm both engineer and general. I asked him, okay, engineer, I've heard, how about general? He said, I'm a general that never lost a campaign. He never had a real one except for sending in people to kill citizens, old people and kids. But that was, he built for himself a world of his own, and within it he lived, I know, relatively probably in quite calm with himself.
You spent 14 days with him at Camp David, and you spent countless other meetings outside with him privately. What surprised you most about him that most people don't know of the public image of Arafat? What was he really like behind the scenes, besides what you're telling us?
First time I met him, my impression was how fragile he is physically. It happened at the palace of the Spanish king. We came to some Mediterranean, Euro-Mediterranean gathering. I was the new foreign minister under Perez. So we were sent there, and suddenly he came into the room, and I came to him and told him, you know, I'm glad to meet with you. Finally, I watched you so many years through the sites. Now it's probably an opportunity to chat, because I really was involved in attempts that I initiated to kill him. And I got at a certain point a response from my superior commander. I was the commander of our equivalent of Delta Force, or 15-6 years, long before those units came into existence. And I used to be a generator of ideas, what else could be done, and sometimes, or many times, I was blocked by my superior. So my superior told me, the Arafat, he told me in 71, he's fat, political, and he's not a target. You know, when Sharon came to power, I was already a ranking general. The first thing that he asked when he came to the office and met with some of our generals, I said, how come you don't have a plan to kill Arafat? So he said, when I was young officer, like you were several years ago, I would not wait to any order from the government. I would invent the operation and throw the responsibility to them for not executing it. So I laughed. I told him, Arik, that's exactly what I've done 10 years ago. And I got an answer that he's a political person, he's not a target. That changed right now. You can start to plan.